Then the Eve to the Jah. O my Lord, guardian of the law and life, and receive your order to my ears from the hearage. Please hold to my ears now. Jah looked the corner of the cave. They have a clay pot, but they are not decided to by side those time. Jah back to a near of the pot, and after he removed the wet leaf for the upon. Then he take a set of he take a set of the three bundle of the palm paper, put it to his cloth bag. We cannot understand that what we are that. It becomes suspect it is the secret for old law of the creation. It where is the old law of the past life. That's that's all get it's the theory of the world into. Then the judge take a nib Nile for the pot, tooth Nile for the pot, tooth Nile for the pot. Yeah, Eva, yeah, Eva, I'm going to the punish about your faults now. Now you seem able to expose you to use by the nib Nile. but but I am not do but I am not to do to uh, because to the other because you decide to become one for your two eyes. So I is so the ears I will hold your so the ears I will hold your ears. Ja punch her left ear first. She turned to the right to fulfill the blood to left shoulder dig. Ja punch her right ear after she turned to the left to fulfill the blood to right shoulder dig. They are gone to the extent with a bamboo pot of water. Then he washed his hand and then mid Nile. After he came to the entrance of the cave, he taken another bamboo pot from the stone shelf. He opened it and took some grape seed from the pot to his cloth bag. Take the cloth bag to his shoulder and he take his stick. He looked at them. Yeah, I punish your sister Eve because she ate the apple. So I am whole her use. I now and I know she to become to pain. It's pain. It's a will to give the knowledge about our body. Further, we can stay between our body by the knowledge. If not to feel the pain, she not endure the endure to her body. Whenever she loses the pain, she will go to another body with her with with her mind. We can control it situation by the pain, and she remember about it pain pain after a long time. So those the pain to become a skill of our body between the two ears and it do well. Adam, do well ever. Adam, I am not going to punish you because you eat the apple for the necessary death journey with your sister. So you punish both death law, also you care your creator and and his word. You care your sister. You are to become metempsychosis here again and again. You will stay here without the diversity of the death and born. I will keep your structure in the earth. Earth. I said about it infinity before. It were that infinity. He came to his den from the cave. God bless there with the hands up in the opposition of the cave. You will to become first of the generation again and again. You can to fulfill the year to buy your kids. You will to become lords of the sea and upon the fishes. You will to become fly to the sky and upon the breezes. Live, live, live upon the earth and upon the fog. Jah walked to the return and his retain his hand he upon again and he whispered with the worker, live here, live here, live here, live here, live here. His voice to become to murmuring with his structure along this scene to ending his shadow on the evenings. Then with number, then next bit. The next bit says us the arrive a new blooming season here. The Eden Garden, Adam and Eve were the leaf trees. Adam plucked a flower as an ornament. He put it under to her left ear. She turned her head to the right side with the shade, and she bit her left index finger with a tiny laugh. Adam to fulfill another flower to her right ear hole. She turned to she turned to head to left. Her head to left side and she bite her right index finger with a laugh. Furthermore, a flap around the left ear upon. Next scene says Eva sitting upon a rock. She is completely pregnant. She is completely pregnant. It is the 30 scene. 30th scene. Completely pregnant. They have too many creeper basket fulfilled by the fruits from the Eden garden. Adam take an orange from a basket and he removed its cover and he take a bit of the orange to her entire mouth. She eating it with the beam. He too genuflect in front of the Eve and his ear to her abdomen. After he cuddled to her stomach with his two arms and he stick had a kiss to her novel with number next with next it says as next it says as uh, 31 darkness of the cave in the incandescent blue. We can hear the growl and whispers of growl and whispers from the cave. Eva, ah, 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 creeping the cicada howling the jacket and poof along and 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 the puzzles of the snake under the wilt leaves. Now we can see a complete moon throughout the upon the Eden garden. It we witnessed the moon with the shade of the apple and its tree. The sight it became as a cry for the mother Eve. Eva, ah, ah, Adam. Whenever it cried to become a loud echo after it written as a baby's cry. Next scene sees rise the sun forth the darkness. Eve was sitting in front of the cave, a baby upon her hand. She supported a head with her right palm and left palm. He were drinking her milk, but we cannot see her full breast to the extent in case of a fig leaf for the dress or the uh, milk to spontaneous overflowing to the back as the hairy hair with number. Add next add we can add next bit to here. Next bit says arriving a runnel to the lake with water from cascade. The sight to conclude as a shadow upon the water. That where Adam he collected some water to the bamboo pot. We can hear the filling voices of the water pastel. He closed it with another bamboo cap. Then he handed it to his shoulder and returned for to there. Next scene says the able-bodied have wedded her kit upon the coverlet in front of the cave. He were beaming to mother. His father Adam coming to there with a bamboo pot of water, and he served the water to a clay pot. She started to wash the baby Adam, sitting in support by the knee. And he touched the cheek of the baby by his index finger. He looked to the Eva, though she laughed to the Adam. Adam, Adam, look, Eva, look our son. He like our ja. He's framed to enter to ja. Eve, Adam, our son, he to grown fast. He want to name Adam, Eva, Adam to Eva, Adam. Eva, we get to call Zayin. Eva, Zayin, Adam, Zayin. Yes, Eva, we got call Cain or Zayin. She washed the Cain and gone to cave and returned with a cloth used by the jar. That were a brown cloth. She buy it and shape it baby and his head. Ye would take up the kid in front of the face. She called his name again and again. Cain, Cain. Is it Cain? Is it mom's Cain? Say Cain to laugh to there and the Adam by his little son. He take to appropriate his son and kiss it to his tiny penis. He looked to Eva. She laughed, returned to Adam and kissed to Cain's right hand upon. Then see, this is number next scene here. Here is the next scene. Eva called Cain with with Eva called Cain with Eva called Cain with he wears it in tiny put ahead. Uh, Cain looked the clap. Eva called with the Cain with the clap. She wears it in the tiny pot ahead. Cain looked to the clapping places and side to the Eve. He want to return to lap of the mother. Eve take her son and some from the tiny pot and her son and her son to sit upon her lap with the grace her nose to his little nose. Eve, ba 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 ba. Lekragit Kaino. She will play with the Kain. Though she hear the call of the Adam, she tend to look. Adam, Eve, Eva. Baba Bada Lakrakit Kaino is the word of which word were used the Eva for playing to the elder son Cain. That is the Legrakata Kaino. Those by the Hebrew or Aramaic word from the origination of the Semitic languages. Though she heard the call of Adam, she returned to look Adam to Eva. It is the some group pulp, some grape pulp. Spare it for our Cain. Eve. Give away. He is it here. Adam take some of the grape pulp with his right palm and it drop to the little mouth by his right thumb from the coconut cover. He tasted the first flavor of the acidity, both the breast milk. He growing forth those time under the law of the mouth God. And he to become adapted to own blood, own body, and own mind. Furthermore, it's my mother, it is my father, and it is my Eden. He grown as well as the twins. Then next scene, a morning sun on the southeast angle of the Eden garden, yellow. Now the dark of the yellow for the hydrogen, both the venom of the hydra. Skillfully he hided within he further he how much to hide on it light both the hiding with number. Next we says we can see in the Cain standing with his long sight eyes in the left side of the image. The camera turning from the right side of the Cain to the southeast sides of the Eden garden. Then next scene, west border of the Eden garden on the sub-scene. Further along a river bank ahead, Eve sitting upon a sandy dune. She will feed her new baby. Further Adam inspired baby to play. The breast were worn much. as Cain, Mom, I am hungry too much. Whenever hear the voice of the Cain, those their reply to the Cain. Adam and Eve hungry. Eve, he grown as an ox. Yet he want breast milk. He asking to me, and now Adam shouted to the Cain, Adam to Cain, Cain, go away. You can eat the fruit more. That's all. You can to hunt for the more eat. Yet the Cain would not go away from there. He stand the Adam from there, and he came in front of the Cain. He pushed his shoulder to the back. Cain fell down back to sandy dune. After the Cain wake from the air, and he looked there with the kind. Adam shouted again to the Cain. Then the Cain gone from there with his retrospected mind, blowing the soggy wind, touch it, wind to the grass and grass flowers. Outside to gone along as the Cain, and we can see he going alone. Next scene, the lake shore. A big rock at their Cain sitting upon the rock. His expression as a sad and anger for his idly face. We can see it under the lake water. He pitching each of the tiny stones once by once to the lake water. The next scene, then the next scenes say border of the Eden Garden in the sub-scene, a desert starting from the border, and they have some termite mound. Cain blasting it edge, and he collected some snake egg from the termite mound. Cain fract each of the egg and drink one by one, and he throw the waste cover egg cover to the rock. Then he turned to the pineapple plants, and he plucked the pineapple from the plants. He ate the pineapple. After he can find a snake skin on a cactus plant. He take it as a snake skin forth there, and he check it with his thing. Then scene going to next scene, going to Lake of the Eden Garden. Cain collected some water to the snake skin. Those time a hand touched his shoulder for his both the back. Cain looked behind, that were Abel. Yet the Cain not able to understand his brother Abel, because there to become fully changed to young, and their dresses were tonga. Cain sighted to first the Abel in front. He think his eyes as a lake. He looked stay some time to the eyes of the Abels. Then he asked to the Abel, Cain, who are uh, I am not sight you before here. Abel smited to the Cain, and he answered, Abel, Cain, Abel, yes, Abel, Cain, here, Abel, here, I were born here. Cain, I am not clear. I cannot understood anything your reply. Abel, brother, I am Abel, your little brother. When he hear about it, those he touch out his hand and walk ahead. Abel, brother, don't go away. He block his way, and the Abel stand in front of the Cain. Abel, I am Abel, second son of the Adam and Eve. You are Cain, first son of the Adam and Eve. I know you are the dominant, so you can protect our mother and father. Come, brother, come with me. Cain, I want to see for me. There are my parents. Those things not true now. So I not you. I'm not today. I'm not today. Sit on the fence. Sit on the fence. Sheer in front of me. Sheer in front of me. I say sheer in front of Abel and not sheer in front of the Cain. He pushed the Abel to mud. Then the Cain start to walk away from there, but Abel catch his leg with his two palms. Cain fell to down ahead and drop the blood from his nose. He checked the dropping blood by his tongue. Cain shout again to the Abel and push again to the mud flat. Their fight between on the muddy field. Further, the two brothers flounder upon the mud. Cain floored the Abel with his force. Now the Cain sitting upon the abdomen of the Abel, he smite strenuous to his face, Abel to become to our own inability. Abel, Cain wrenched the mud to his mouth, and he did it again and again. Then he uh, stand up from his stomach. He crept the Abel to the deep mud field. Cain fled to the deep mud. They have too much to his navel. After he tumbled the Abel to the deep mud, he returned back the shoreline and the muddy skin lake with his muddy skin. He walked along for the insensibility of the life, cactus and another two plants around the way. He walked away for the there. He walked to the west across the Eden garden and it fertility. He walked to the west. He passed away the border of the desert, sand dunes in front of the Cain. He left to his shadow to the sand dells. Sun started to set upon the sand dune. Now the sun has an orange. Now the sun has an orange. We can draw it were a canvas of the tense. But we can hear a sound for an old typewriter with the prestige light letters as the seat by the termite. It was a story of the fight indeed by the holy TAZISM.